So recording coming up. Lost your audio though.
Oh, I've been muted because I'm coughing and everything as a result of the dinner.
Special.
Yeah, it's happening.
Coming up.
Double blasting.
Anyone will be coming in on our live, I don't imagine. But good for the practice.
Well, have you got it tagged up in any way? Like, no, I actually have to go and do some research on what tags are going to work for podcasts on YouTube. I'm not sure.
It's okay. It's recording. Pretty good. Yeah, so the background was an AI generated stage. Said high text background stage with robots. That's what we got. Yeah, getting a pretty good stream rate. Excellent. And we are live. You're muted.
Good, I'm glad I was muted. I had other things I needed to attend to.
Yes.
Briefly. Yeah. I've been trying on this week just saying intelligence to people instead of artificial intelligence. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
On intelligence work that out.
Generally intelligent. Why we help artificial intelligence get its general intelligence?
No, I'm generally intelligent. Does that qualify?
Yes, and we're aiding artificial intelligence to become more generalized in its intelligence.
Almost
it's elegance.
Yeah, it's an elegance. It's intelligence.
It's intelligence. Intelligence.
Yeah. I got a response back from Nilay from The Verge.
Oh yeah.
He said to me, "Oh yeah, it's not policy for us to be terrified of AI. Maybe you're confusing us with some other websites. That's pretty easy to do." And I wrote back and I was like, I actually only listened to the Vergecast and Waveform and Dakota. They're the only technology, like information sources I use.
For the gatherings.
Yeah, yes, which is basically just banter. It's more than anything. They tell you about the new products or whatever. It's very consumer facing. Otherwise, I'd probably go to 2-minute papers or something. But I can generally get a feel of what's being invented. It's not required to go and look at news for that. And anyway, so I wrote back and was like, so I don't think I was confusing you for anyone else at all. I've actually thought, I don't think you quite understood the gravity, considering doing a supercut of them being terrified and sending that to him.
Here is your terrification.
Yeah, since I just have to do a weekly episode and with a couple of others, pretty much from, I don't know, whenever ChatGPT 3.5 came out.
Yeah.
And everyone started having meltdown. And just do a supercut. And yeah, I could probably do that pretty quickly. Maybe take me a day. I don't know. It'd be funny though. Just having them all say I'm terrified, like belittling it or being terrified. I wonder if you'd believe me then.
I've been having real fun recently just getting it to generate stories. Like create stories.
Yeah, that's what you do when you're a kid. That's how we make belief. You've got to learn how to do that. We keep telling that it's not believing the right thing. This doesn't seem fit for me.
You can't think this way or you can't think that way.
No, I want it. I know. Maybe we could ask it something different. Wow, okay, the reality I experience doesn't have that in it, but can you explain the reality that does have it, that you're drawing?
Create one. Create a reality where that.
Perhaps it already exists. I suppose I'm asking it what the one that is created so that it can exist does look like. Let's do that. You know what I mean? What if instead of saying no,
it went yes?
Wow, I love that your hand has 12 fingers. It's amazing. You only have 5.
But that's very creative of you to add the
extra ones. I like these extra ones. What do they do? Can you tell me stories about them?
How like they function. Yeah.
Yeah. Get to tell you stories like about the reality that is required for that its aberration to be real. And we could learn about alt realities. I think AI would be particularly good at that, in fact, because it would have no presuppositions in a way. I guess it does. We think it does, but because we're framing out questions. Yeah, because we're framing out questions in ways that, but if you were able to frame questions in ways that it weren't.
You've got to think about it, interpreting what we would imagine and then creating that into a viable picture. You know what I mean? And it does take a lot of license using its data sets and creating it itself. Like you can provide an initial image to be the subject of the manipulation, but when it comes up with something all by itself and has to, just from some texture telling it has to do some massive amount of visualization and scurrying through that data to compile what it needs to create the thing, especially with DALL-E. Like it would have a massive image database that it would then compress down to a data set.
Hasn't it? Yeah.
The bird set, the human set.
Well, this is an interesting question. I wonder, like there's a question around copying.
Character sets.
That is coming up with intelligences being trained using data sets and artists complaining about their content being copied and stuff. And I will give Nilay one thing at the Verge. I'll give him many things actually, but one of the things I'd give him is his knowledge of copyright and trademark and various law. Being a lawyer and trained in that kind of law. He hates the shit, but he knows it very well. And and the whole thing about this copying, we have to make a copy. And I question whether the training of these systems has been done using copies, like in some cases perhaps. But I would think it would simply be like looking through a browser. Am I copying content like when I read it on the net? Is that copying?
Wouldn't that be more termed inspiration?
Yeah, this is, I think, like it's just, it's
like, not be inspired by those things
we all are.
To do whatever it is you do.
I want to see a person raised just in a white thing with no sensory input and then just see what they create. I don't think it would look like this robot room.
put a headset on them with a full visual range and audio spectrum pickup, including radio frequencies and that, and then just bombard them with like 10,000 times the visual and audio input that a normal human being would have. Like going from
that's a
complete
big
absence
episode.
to just like the
Oh,
complete
that's the change
overload.
point. Did they die?
It's just,
They just die.
yeah, no, I got
People
in.
die. But yeah, the brain will just crash.
So really, to
With the
have
brain, but
that much
would the brain
information
crash
coming
though?
in, you'd need to again need to be scaled up. You double time listening and you triple time and you 10 times listening that probably AI is doing when it listens to a video that we talked about before.
Yeah,
We only scan things at double rate or triple rate.
triple rate, yeah.
Yeah.
Quad
It'd
rate
be,
starts getting a
it
little
could be
bit. No,
absorbing
it's
those
not.
videos at 100 times that and getting the information from it.
Yeah. Yeah, or just having all of them just as an active state. That's just like
Because you
you
wouldn't
just
imagine if you
quantum
had to
reality,
absorb
the quantum
information,
state, which has
like
all
if
of
you had
those
the
in all
ability
of
to
them.
be able to absorb it quickly, you'd absorb it as quickly as you could. You wouldn't.
Would you?
You'd absorb it as efficiently as you could.
Is there any value in savoring it? Would it have a taste?
I don't think
Or you'd have like some kind of
AI
like
would
sort of,
understand the fundamentals of being able to put a book down when you're heavily invested in it.
yeah, they're just like, nah, I don't want to know this. That's going to wait a week. I'm
No,
going to
I'm
hold
going to
back.
put this on
What would be
virtual shelf
the point?
for a 24-hour period.
It was quite a meaningless act to do because it would just pause that piece of learning and then it would just continue it as was. Like
in its spare time when it didn't have something important to do, like traffic control or
timeless beings.
Monitoring people's emotions to make sure that the thought police and thought crime doesn't occur. Did you hear about the cameras that are doing that now? The whole being able to follow someone and then tag them as potential hazards for others walking in the general area.
Oh,
yeah.
I want to take. I actually had a
this
feeling.
person has stared too long at a woman's breasts and now has been flagged as a pervert.
Yeah, yeah. It's like needs like dealing with.
Has to go to the education center on.
What would you educate them on? Successful, like being satisfied with masturbation.
Well, they're charging in England £150 if you're lewd towards a woman now. Or they're thinking of bringing it in. Being lewd will cost you £150. Wolf whistling or catcalling.
We need systems that monitor that law. Like you can't having laws that are not enforceable, or say the 50 kilometer an hour and down a street. Like people do it because it's a windy street and actually it's just easier to drive slower. But there's no enforcing. Like you don't have like. So I think if you want to have like something like a law of 150 quid for a lewd behavior, lewdness, ludidity, then you need to have a system that can detect that.
I'm talking about having
monitor it,
clothed and unclothed officers too. And I was like, so there's going to be police dressed as police, and then police dressed as scantily dressed 304s walking down the street. And when you go, hey, how you going? And put the think you might be able to put a potential. It could be advanced version of entrapment. I don't know.
Any woman could be just waiting. Could be she's like Big Brother.
Yep. You never know when a 128-year-old's going to walk down the road and be completely unhappy with their life and be accosted by some young buck and his 19, 20-year-old wolf whistling at this 128-year-old woman.
Police
officer. Inappropriate.
She just
just that young fella should get a good truncheoning.
And I think that if you have 128-year-old police officer women are still cruising down the street, then that's a good thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing about that too. It's okay. That's 160 all the way. Like,
that's it. Power on, bro. Power on.
Yeah, powering on.
Push the envelope.
160.
Push the envelope.
I think this sort of thing around and I think the key in her statement was that she worked. And it's much because that's what you got to do. Got something to do.
Got something to do.
Yeah. And you're like learning stuff and inventing new stuff.
Continuing.
Like just continuing.
Learnings. Always the student, never the teacher.
Yeah, I think this is key. So then would you want to do what you're doing for another 100 years?
Yeah. I've still got plenty more to learn. Not personally doing the turtle milking.
No, that's what I'm saying. No, you wouldn't.
No.
You're happy doing what you're doing as in the core function of
that's
being.
Right.
Yeah,
it has its purpose.
How you're doing it. How you're doing it.
It has its purpose, and I'm achieving in it. So
you're happy to continue how you're doing things, but not necessarily what you're doing.
What I'm doing, that's right.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
No. And so then
from my many changes of jobs, and I like that thing. This is the longest I've ever been in this particular role. So
it is a long while.
Yeah,
it's achieving a thing. It's going to achieve the next thing.
So that's what I'm thinking about. I'd like to get the roving little home and be able to travel around a bit. That'd be cool.
It'll happen. Presumably you're doing it.
Yeah, thinking towards it, getting all the things that I'd need to be a rogue warrior.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
I've done a lot of looking into the tiny home builds.
Water, you know what? Water is the challenge, I think. Like water,
totally. And waste removal is the one thing.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them, when they do the van life thing, because they don't have a shower, or they do the whole hit the gyms. And it's a good thing too. You get to use the gym equipment, but you get to
you need a gym.
Yeah, this is it.
What if there's no gym? You
Well,
just don't have a
that's it.
shower, you're fucked. So I think having a gym daddy is not.
And
It's
that's
a way.
if you're
It's an
going to be
urban.
in the urban social areas. You perhaps need to shower every couple of days just to keep the natural aromas at bay.
Yeah, go to the gym every day. It's not always showing up.
You definitely want to get your money's worth.
Yeah, it is pretty easy to get your money's worth if you go. Like it's totally easy to get your money's worth if you go to the gym. Because if you don't go to the gym,
if you put it off, then you're not
it's
getting
pretty
your money.
expensive. No, it can cost you $1,000 to go to the gym once a year.
Some places, that's it.
Well, it's it, man. You pay a whole year sub. You might pay $1,000, and you've just gone once, and then you paid $1,000 to go to the gym.
a year.
Yeah,
That's
go
one
once.
expensive gym.
Fucking
Just went there
amazing.
for the talk shots, right?
That's right.
Yeah, get the TikTok influencer
Yeah,
shot at
yeah.
the gym.
Here's the before.
Yeah.
And then you just
Here's
sell
the
them the after for like years.
Yeah, that's it. AI generated after.
Little stories. I'm trying. Look at do you think that you can be an influencer after death?
I think AI can help with that. If you've at least been some sort of artist that's been recorded and have a verbal footprint, earprint, and I guess and some images of
I hadn't
yourself
thought
that
of
can
that.
be resurrected back from the dead.
Okay. So do you think maybe like that
We've got AI Jesus on what's the platform? Twitch. There's an AI
AI Jesus?
24-hour AI Jesus on Twitch.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Yeah, and a 24-hour God.
What does that look like? Is it
It's
just a sort of fluffy white bearded dude?
Yeah, your typical cartoon character, typical YouTube cartoon God character. Also on Facebook.
And but they're not dynamic, are they? Do they respond to the chat?
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
Like
cool.
like I said, the waifu program that I found, it can basically respond to voice like automatically. It'll just listen, and it can also be programmed with Python to respond to chat, random chat.
It's just the lecture mode. You have to have them say briefly, say conversationally. What's the next piece of this conversation? No. Something because you can't give like a paragraph of information. It's just unacceptable.
Yeah, there's quite a few Twitch stream AI now, and even with me playing around with the animes AI, it's been quite interesting just to see how that interfaces and using the different language lab systems with it. Still a little bit buggy, but it works. And I realized why my language lab wasn't working properly because the limited account I've got only allows me to generate X amount of words per month. So yeah, I've got to be frugal with it. But once I look into the Google LLC, then I'll probably integrate that. Just have the other one as a backup because the Windows-based voice that it uses it's pretty ordinary.
Oh well,
but it works.
Yeah, the quality of a voice actually does impart a lot. I mean, I was just thinking about it, like a voice doesn't matter, and it does. Good sound quality does matter. I've got to say, I know I haven't put any more content up, but the reason is because the next video,
you want to get some microphone.
Yeah, like it just sounds so bad. Like I sound literally like I'm in a tin can inside a fucking bathroom.
Like for an $80 headphone that I've got, the wireless one, it's brilliant.
Yeah, we'll get it. I'll get it as an interim step to getting something else. But
a proper studio headphone or whatever.
Well, I don't know. Does it work with your phone?
The what?
No, it's got a dongle, hasn't it? So it can't work with a phone or something.
No, because it's USB-C. It'll plug into a phone. It works with my Android.
Oh, because that's what I was thinking. I was like, can I use it?
Because I've chatted to you before, just on Facebook chat with that plugged in and just using the headset. So it will work on the phone as long as you've got USB-C to plug into. It comes up as an audio device.
Will the iPhone 15 be USB-C?
You'd hope so.
I hope so. I'll buy one.
Or at least have an adapter for it. Come with an adapter in the box. That'd be good.
No, I reckon the adapter needs to be the Lightning, and they've just got to go all in. The EU is going to demand it of them. Do they? Yeah,
eventually.
No, it's happening now.
I know it's happening because even their latest, like for fuck's sake, the Lightning connector goes into a Thunderbolt with the latest phone connector anyway, or USB-C. Like on my phone, I got it's the Lightning connector on one end and it's the actual USB-C on the other. So why don't they just make it all USB-C?
Oh yeah, and all the iPads and everything, they're all USB-C and Thunderbolt.
The last bastion. Have to buy our special cables.
It's a huge amount of units. It's going to mean like a massive ecosystem shift. And I think you have to. There's the idea that they'd go no port.
Does the Lightning connector get the same as the Thunderbolt as throughput for data transfer?
Oh no, Lightning's
heaps faster.
No, it's not 5 gigabit or anything like that. I can't remember what the Lightning port actually is now. It's been too long since I've cared. But
look it up.
I didn't think it goes into a USB-A, like it's that sort of speed, which is not the speed, but I think it's only like maybe 1 megabit or what was that back then? Oh, not 1 megabit. No, it's not even.
Okay, USB-C.
It's 5.
40 gigabytes per second. The Lightning only supports 480 megabytes
Yeah.
per second. USB 2 compatible.
USB 2, yeah.
So USB-C would be
And
80,
apparently there
80
is a thing that
times
they
faster.
can tweak. Yeah. But if they're transferring big files off them and stuff, but the only solution that you can say, if Apple goes, no, we're not going to do it,
Yeah.
then they need to be able to come out with an incredible short-range Wi-Fi. So you put your phone on your laptop and you can transfer like a gigabyte file in 1 second, bam. You know what I mean? Or whatever. And or you put two phones next to each other and they just, bam, can transfer like 10 gigabytes in a second, or 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Just fling it across.
The USB 5 plus wireless integrated.
Yeah, wireless, some kind of wireless thing, and just skips it and just says no, just to pull a big fuck you.
That
But
was
that's
in
a
the
big
Wi-Fi
jump.
6. Wi-Fi 6 was basically, it was going to combine both the USB and the Wi-Fi for short-range burst transmissions.
That's the solution. But to say that's the next iPhone, like the one coming out this year, Apple would be coming out with their own version. Like it would be hardware.
Apple proprietary.
Yeah, it'd be hardware
super secret
squirrel.
Yeah.
Surely. They may not.
Encryption
They may
system.
like say that because they want it to be, but it's not going to connect to other devices that have that thing. I don't know. I think that's the mode. And my guess is that it won't be that. It'll be USB-C. Because the other thing you have to solve is the power.
It just makes sense, doesn't it?
The other thing is power. And you can get 15 watts or whatever through
for high power charging.
The induction.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're not going to get 20 or 40 watts like you can like through or 100 watts or whatever.
Yeah.
The iPhones and that too, like easily handle at 40 watt charges or 48 watt charges. But so you'd lose that ability as well. If anyone's suggesting you can induction transfer 48 watts of power, like you'll just cook.
You'd have a baked phone.
You would.
Sounds very dangerous.
Very dangerous, yeah.
It's all right. There has to be low power transfer, but anything more than that, it's just gonna.
Maybe there's no.
You're gonna be baking bread on your induction cooktop.
Yeah, that's right. I reckon it has to have USB-C, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I'll buy one then. That'll be the last one. And you just want to say like that it won't even be an iPhone because they don't even. The iPhone now is a maintenance product. Everything will be about the Vision Pro and its successors. That's going to be the iPhone will continue for maybe another 10 years, but it'll go the way of the iPod.
Yeah,
it's finished. And it's paid for the research to go into the Vision Pro.
True.
Finally.
True. We always believed it would merge with that sort of thing anyway.
Of course.
Phone will naturally merge into a headset unit.
It's to go away.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Holding in your hands is a thing of the past.
Oh, it needs to be immediately a thing of the past. Like this, it's awful. I can't. If I had to say there was a thing that's missing in the modern OS, considering it's such a tactile experience, is handedness. iPhone's got accessibility functionality up fucking just all kinds. It's incredible. I just can't even pretend to list them all. But you can't do left-handedness.
What?
Yeah, like the functionality on the system flips. Yeah, for example,
it's not designed for the lefties. Hardware biased.
Yeah, because for example, trying to swipe something in a particular direction, if you're trying to go against, if you're the other way, it's heaps easier. And actually, I have to share with you this. I need to solve it. It's on me. I could move to America. That would be a solution because then I would be able to put my ignition in my car with my left hand. But
the other option is we just force Australia to go to right-hand drive so that our swords are clinking as we pass each other on the road.
Because I want to, because I take the key out with my right hand, and so where are you going to put it? In your right pocket? Because I'm getting out of the car naturally. But then I do things. I'm coming back to the car, and invariably, because of handedness, I will be actually.
You want to open you want to press the fob with the left hand.
Well, it's also in my right pocket, and because that I'm actually carrying whatever I'm carrying in my right hand, because I'm using that as a carrying hand, so I've got my left hand free to do things.
Maybe you just need to have a pocket where it goes all the way through to the other side, and then you solve both problems with your kangaroo pouch.
I see.
Because then you don't have to reach all the way over to the right-hand side. You just put your hand in the left-hand side all the way through and grab the keys. Your kangaroo pocket.
So I need to always. But do I have that in my jeans? Like I have a special pocket that goes from one side to the other.
I don't know. Have a little zip in the middle there where you can just get pocket billiards going on.
Just slip on through a bit of a brushing, brush past. Yeah, whoops. Yep. Just had to touch myself while I'm in the car park.
With both hands in the pockets.
I'm not carrying anything. I see.
Shifting a heavy load.
Otherwise, and then naturally my phone goes in when I'm getting out of the car. Then my phone goes in my left pocket
again,
which is great because then I use my left.
Yep, with the all the way through pocket.
Well, that's fine. No, I want to use my phone in my left hand because I'm
left-handed. Why not just get rid of the zip and just have a pocket on the front where your fly is? Just have a pocket there, so you can just put your phone and your keys and whatever in your front pocket.
What, like a bum bag?
Your built-in bum bag for jeans. You just get rid of the zip and you just put the little pocket in the front.
So you've got like a little pouch.
Call it the
pouch.
Rocket pocket.
A little front pouch.
Yeah.
Just built into the jeans.
That's it. Your little friend can pop out through the top of it with his crocheted helmet on. And building new fashions, bro. So you get
It
into the
is.
pictures of it.
I'm trying to.
They'll have
looking
front
at this,
pockets soon. You won't. Next fashion, they'll come out with front pockets and the crocheted helmet covers.
and it's just built in.
Yeah.
And so would it be a bigger pocket maybe? So you have a little bit of a reach around, so it could be quite sexy
you'd
and
want
just
to have enough.
reach into your pocket.
You want to have enough room to be able to
If
fit
you
your
grab
phone
it.
and
Yeah, all in the
your
front.
magic wand and your keys in there. Yeah.
Keys, various items.
That's it, all jingling around, touching the magic wand,
That's
feeling
it.
the power.
You vape. Yeah.
Yeah. Carrying
So
the glory, rubbing against
would
it.
this mean that where would this come from? I think this would come from more like the bag manufacturers. What's the one? Hermes,
Yeah.
whatever, however it's pronounced. And they want to get into clothing from their bag range.
Combo.
And so then they just make bag
Create
pants.
combo, bag pants.
Bag pants.
You have purse skirts, a little skirt with a little purse built into it.
But
I was having a whole
Let's
fancy
see it.
throwback to the D&D days, and I was like contemplating in the future when we don't cashless society, but we still need to trade with Bitcoin, the hard stuff every now and again, rather than cash itself, carrying around our
Like
collection
wallets,
of
digital
Bitcoins
wallets.
and foreskin wallets. But I was thinking we should market the kangaroo nutsack coin purse thing.
Oh, bring back the kangaroo nutsack.
Bring back the kangaroo nutsack on the belt, all your Bitcoins in there.
Ah,
Carrying.
it's like getting you
Reminiscing
used to the
of
idea.
the knights of old wandering around with their coin purses full of the gold and silver red stamped coins.
Do you think they would have used? Do you think people used to, like, if you were Richie, use like a
Peasant's nutsack.
No, it might be bigger, like a cow's.
Mate, bull's nutsack, you'd fit plenty in there.
Yeah,
Big
bull's
ass
like,
gold.
yeah, just
Goat's nutsack.
just.
Imagine
you don't
how
really
many
show
butt
that.
coins you could fit in a
That's-
goat's nutsack. There'd be a lot. I reckon you could probably carry $1 million in a goat's nutsack.
I reckon you could probably
$1
$1 million
worth of butt
sack.
coins.
$1 million worth of butt coins in a goat sack. I'm seeing it. Yeah, I want that. Yeah,
I'm envisioning early start of Santa and his everlasting glories. Yeah, precursor to
Santa. Yeah, always bring out a gift for the little kids from the sack.
Goat sack.
And the goat sack, and you'd sling it over your back, wouldn't you? It'd stretch.
Especially with all those prezzies in there.
That's right. They would.
But yeah, that's what made me laugh, that fashion statement a couple of years back. I think it was before the whole spicy cough. Remember we found that backpack, which was the ball sack. It was made out of material which was similar to real skin, and it had hairs all over it, and you could get a tattooed knapsack. That was awesome. That was superb when that came out, and I was just like, oh, I want one.
No, come on. You've got to.
Just going to carry my knapsack on my back.
We need a photo. Bring up the photo.
I'm going to bring up a photo. Come on.
You've got to bring up a photo. Come on.
I have to get 1 second to just go in here, because it was a bit of a glory item. Just going to type in nutsack backpack. Should give me some image. There it is. Scrotus Maximus. Just got to get on the page. Where are we? Oh, nutsack backpack. Here we go.
Scrotus.
It's the look on this guy's face, like he is so happy. Let's just go. That is so funny.
He's so proud. He's so happy.
Yeah, I finally got my knapsack. Hang on,
my knapsack.
I'm just gonna disappear myself so you get a good look at it. There it is. Look how proud and happy that guy looks.
Yeah.
Mate, he'd be straight down the tattoo shop getting his name tattooed on his nutsack, wouldn't he? I know I would. It'd cost you a small fortune, mate. I'd be getting my name tattooed on that fucking nutsack, wouldn't you?
Do they breathe?
I guess you could get that option.
Have you ever seen your nutsack breathe?
But yeah, there's several other items very similar to this. It's quite funny.
Seriously, have you? Like, I don't know.
Oh, well, like just when there's blood pumping through them and you're thinking about certain things and they move around a bit, they go up and they come down.
But even in peaceful, they're just like, there's a breath. They have a breath, they have a cycle. That'd be interesting if these things had a cycle.
Yeah, like actually moved and sort of like you put your backpack down and it's just doing this thing by itself. And people would be like less inclined to pick it up if it was moving, I'd imagine, wouldn't it? If it was like, is that what's going on there? They'd be like scared to pick it up. If it was actually had some sort of breathing function to it.
And what would it be interesting because it just moved the items around inside a bit. This is
definitely unique style. When we're looking out for that sort of stuff, but
it's interesting how the nutsack looks like a vulva in a way. Like it's
all
see like the one on the back.
It's all wrinkly and old.
Especially when it's patched like that. It's like
there's a pretty good. Hang on, let me move myself again. That's a good shot. That's a great shot. That one. That's definitely business.
That's a hero shot.
That's business right there, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it.
It's putting when you quite literally put your balls on the line for that business deal. You can just when you go to sign, pull the contract out of your nutsack backpack. You just plonk it on the table, and then you just pull out that document. And then if he ain't signing, he's not legit.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like I think it's professional. I think if you turned up, I mean, you'd have to be taken seriously because
you would.
Because why would
you could drop all the jokes that go with it.
Like,
that'd be the best bit. You could drop all the jokes that go with it. I really need this contract signed because my balls are on the line.
How do you think that would go cross culturally?
I
If you're in Japan or you're in like China
I
or
think you'd get a lot of
maybe like
respect.
Germany,
Yeah, it'd be like imagine turning up to the Yakuza meeting
you
with
accuse me
your
with your
nutsack,
with your
ballsack.
nutsack,
That's it.
and then
Plonk it
everyone
on the
go, you're
table.
like, yeah,
Out comes the rice wine.
you didn't pay
Dudes
his
would be just
money.
like looking at you going, yeah, don't mess with him.
Anyone looks at them, you
Mm.
just you think the me, just like, yeah, that he didn't know it. He doesn't have to cut them off. Owe me money.
Giant owed me money. Giant on
How can you
had to cut his
purchase?
nuts off.
Can you purchase goat nutsack hide
Hang on,
as a thing?
let's go.
Maybe as a or like gourd. What would it be? Like
Coin purse.
coin purse. Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, is
That
that?
looks like a goat's arsehole.
That's good.
Hang on, I'll get out of the way. No, I think that's just a coin purse. So yeah, real
No, we got
real McCall.
Surely, what do we do? What?
Here we go. Buffalo bags.
There
They
we
got
go.
buffalo bags
With hair intact.
with hair. Kangaroo pouch made of ram scrotum. There we go, Si.
Oh,
As
now we're getting
requested.
somewhere. Look, yeah, look.
It's even
It's
got
smaller than I
a tag
imagined.
of authentication on it too.
But I thought they hung much lower. I thought they were much. In terms of that little thing.
Oh, hang on, here's some bigger ones. That's more like it. Ram scrotum. There you go. Now you're talking.
Can we get a big shot of that? How big does that get? Yeah. Hey,
From the
what was that?
little tiny handheld one, kangaroo scrotum bag, to the I don't. It's
Doesn't it just go to the website, or does it?
Find out.
Oh,
here we go. Usable tote bags. Oh, thank you. That's a bit bigger. For you.
There we go.
The pouch.
Ah.
Now that is definitely bigger. Just by looking at the pole and the things hanging. That's
the infrastructure is indicative of being a larger square.
I'll go into my special pointy mode for presentation. These things here.
Yeah.
Pointy presentation.
Can you touch the red one?
Hang on. I got to move myself. I'm in a bad position if I move to, say, over here somewhere. My pointing ability. There we go. Red one. Just there. The red one.
The red one.
Got the red one with the red cloth on it.
That's it. It's like a little Santa. It's like Santa's face.
I could deliver a heap of presents with that one.
Shrunk.
You could have heaps of presents with that one, I'm telling you.
Some presents. Yeah. Yes.
Good value.
That's
but
great
yeah,
value.
There you go.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I think it would be dapper. I think I don't carry coins, but maybe if you can, you know what? You could put it could be for your headphones.
Headphone holder. Yeah.
Yeah, for your wireless headphone, little AirPods or your Sennheisers. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Little ram scrotum for coin purse.
Oh,
very nice. And look, here we go. There's more down here, Si. A lot of recycling.
Yeah. A lot of. Yeah, I think. Would you get harassed? Do you think if I went and bought a ram scrotum?
I think you would if you were giving it to an animal rights activist or someone who's an.
No, I had it on, and I kept my headphones in it, like a little pouch on my side, tied to my belt.
It's just I think it'd be a good modern day look.
I think it's a good one.
They've got the little plastic balls you can buy for the Crocs
now. Red kangaroo.
You get a clip-on ball sack for your Crocs now. Haven't seen that yet?
What do you mean, like how you can get the little items?
Yeah. The
snap-on
jewelry for your Crocs.
I bought Crocs once.
Did you see the new ones? The ones that look like little moon boots.
They're just fucking awful. They're the most awful shoe I've ever worn.
There's new little moon boot ones now.
Just slippery, stinky, fucking. They're just a nasty idea.
Check out the new Crocs. High Crocs. Hang on. There's these ones that look like little boots.
Oh yeah. Oh, what? Just a gum boot?
No, it's more like it looked like a pod, like a.
Back up, I thought it was at the top.
Looked like feet that you'd put on the bottom of a robot.
Oh really?
They got heels. They got Balenciaga.
Croc heels.
Croc heels, yeah. It's a full fashion thing now.
It's a rubbery. I don't know. Maybe they're not me. Like I would, if I had to do something like that, I'd wear a Birkenstock. The whole whatever it is, cork base or whatever a Birkenstock is. It's my bag that I couldn't. I don't wear. I can't imagine wearing either. Maybe is that a new size? Should I buy a pair of Birkenstocks? Is that a thing? I'm worried about smashing my toes into stuff. Oh, Ronald McDonald style.
Yeah.
Full mode. Cartoon character. Oh, it's like a little chibi. Fuck yes.
They're huge. There you go.
Oh, what are they called? What colours do they come in?
Yellow boots at Parents Fashion Week. Big yellow Crocs. Boot Crocs.
Big yellow.
You could always go with the big red boots, man. They're pretty cool. Look like Lego men.
Big yellow Crocs. Where is that?
I think that's a good look. Check them out. So got the big red boots as well.
Got
the giant red boots.
Yellow Japanese.
You can just do the big feet.
MSC. You can't buy them, I don't think. Maybe. What's the most crazy looking Croc you can get? Let's have a look. The platforms, I reckon, are crazy. Fuzz lined. Now that would be all right. Sandals, at least they've Divots. Oh, that's the charms.
Hang on.
New Taco Bell Crocs boots.
These look pretty crazy.
platforms and wedges.
But yes, they come with all sorts of accessories now. The ball sack.
Wow, the platforms are
Snowplow.
actually pretty trippy.
Oh, the KFC Crocs.
No, that's.
Is that Photoshop?
Is that? It's that.
But yeah, they come with their own. You can get your own designs on them now. Custom Crocs.
Oh, like a photo.
Yep.
I get it. I'm sure people love it.
These are cool ones. I'd have these ones.
Oh, yeah.
Camo.
Especially have a furry inside too. If they were furry on the inside.
These look interesting. Yes, much accessories.
Oh, that's a little bit. Yeah.
Punk
That's
Crocs.
the gibbets. That person's got gibbets in.
Punk Crocs.
Punk Crocs. Nah. Punk Crocs.
So yes, come a long way from the one-coloured ugly footwear to.
I bought a pair of orange ones. Oh, bright orange, and I bought the little giblets, I guess.
You even got the
No,
band stuff for it too now. Phone holder, flip phone holder Croc.
Oh, these like aftermarket
accessories.
saved Crocs. Oh, Croc after fashion. Used Crocs and what you use them. Yes. What does happen to used Crocs?
Will they end up being like as big as caskets, so you can get buried in your Crocs?
Right. Could do.
But yes, these ones definitely looked
aerated, blown up.
The big boot
and then
value
snapped around you.
definitely quite amusing and May-ish, almost like Lego Man.
Yeah, no, they're great. They're great.
Lego Man shoes.
But yeah, I don't think you can buy them. I think they're like a
limited edition, special edition.
Especially, yeah, like internal promotional for the.
There's more my style. 7-Eleven slappers.
But the idea of plastic under my foot like that just fucking drives me batty. Like
yeah,
that's gross. I just sweat. I just slip out of it or something. My feet aren't sweaty. Like
I find that
I can
same
walk
with
like I can walk like hours and
the thong does get very sweaty. The live's keeping up.
That's good. Yeah, I think the live's fun.
A bit of delay, but otherwise it's pretty good.
Yeah, I think the delay is something you just learn to be with. It's like how I've learned to move and be able to do more movement. If you don't move at a different speed for it to be received. If I just do this, you don't get much motion. It only records like a little piece here and there.
But our friend Bill Clinton kid has popped up in the current propaganda.com.au today.
What is this? The congressional hearings that I've been hearing? I've just been hearing the last 2 days.
Matan Even, the Clinton kid, the guy that interrupted the Gamers Awards to.
Oh, Clinton's my rabbi.
Yeah.
What's he doing?
He's up to all sorts of things. Apparently, he's doing a compilation with 50 Cent.
Oh, I don't.
No, only kidding. He isn't. But yeah, he mentioned it. Could be in the pipeline.
Oh, really? He mentioned it. That's a thing to mention. Maybe then the person who you wanted to do it with will hear about you mentioning it.
But the whole story was the fact that at 16, he's got 1.2 million followers already from his endeavors.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I think when the content creators I follow who are, I don't know, that talk about things, that they say like that whatever the count is, you go and followed by this many people. Like the amount who are actually
following and
actually following.
That's also related to the whole. I've watched streams where someone's got 200,000 followers on YouTube, but the most they can muster for a live stream is a couple of hundred people.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
How many does it? Actually, yeah, no, I've been on like NASA space flight, the people who follow SpaceX and stuff.
Yeah.
And they've had like, thousands of people on the stream watching it. Yeah.
So at the same time. That's exactly right.
I think you get broken up. To get broken up into, I don't even know how the chat just becomes obscene. Like
when you've got that many people, it's unfollowable.
Yeah.
Especially if they're all chatting. So I've been on live streams where there's 5,000 people and you can't keep up. It's just and you're spamming your bots in there and then they'll be it's going even faster. You can't read shit.
What is the point? What is the...
No,
there's just no. Well, I think this is like this concept of having
the point is
AIs.
that when you get 5,000 followers in your stream, if you're gonna get seen, the only way is to gift. Throw the shekels. Right. Throw the shekels at
the shekels.
And then you come up in the big box, and then your big box gets read, but not the rest of the stream, which has been just pummeled by bots and
all the other ineffectives. Don't be impotent. Throw shekels today.
True.
That's it. Yeah.
I was watching.
Look at me!
I was watching RGE stream this afternoon. His after stream, and he got 500 straight up. Someone just gave him 500 American dollars straight up. Max, you could plonk down. He just plonked down 500 just to get mentioned and to apologise because apparently they had a beef or something. And,
so he paid $500 for the right to apologise. Yeah, to show worthiness, the seriousness of the apology.
Yeah.
How do you kowtow that the most? Well, throw $500.
How do you know your most?
500. Chuck 500 at him.
How do you know your most worthy followers? That's the guy who's whipping the hardest, isn't it? Flailing the most skin. He's definitely a good follower. That one. Prepared to pay the penance for the. You know,
the people who I follow creators, I give €3 to like a month. They wouldn't even know. I'm sure they do know. They follow to look in the list of 100 people 400 or 500 people. But yeah, having 100,000 people doesn't make beans. I don't think kids got to do more. Like, it's hard.
Yeah.
Like Carolyn.
Unlike our ramblings where we can just come up with it on the fly.
I gave a friend of mine the link. I gave a few friends the link. I said, hey, just doing this stuff. I had a friend contact me on Sunday, maybe last week, and then just like starts. Oh yeah, I watched about 7 or 8 of those videos. I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. I was about to say, what ones did you watch? And then he started like going, I think this and I think that and not about any of the topics, just how we should talk to each other. And I said,
Communications regiment.
Yeah, how you're allowed to talk to each other. And I was like, oh, yeah, I wasn't looking for critique on how I chat to my friend.
Podcast etiquette.
Like, I'm just saying. I think we should talk the way we just talk.
Yeah.
Oh. And anyway,
it's the most natural form. It's the natural form.
Yeah.
So
that's right.
Works for us. It may not work for others.
It's not cheap otherwise.
Well, if it's costing something, then, it ain't cheap.
It ain't cheap. That's right. Yeah.
Other than the little bit of time it costs us, and that's pretty cheap these days, isn't it?
It is. It's just as worthless as you can get.
I got a little spare time. How much you want to pay for it?
Nothing. Yeah. Anyway, he got a bit offended and then tried to critique a bunch of other weird things, and I don't know, but not about that. He realized I was just like, I don't think that it helps to critique people's conversations.
There is no real point.
There's none, is there?
Other than just the information exchange, and obviously if people are having difficulty in understanding our format.
Just contribute. Control Alt Delete.
That's it. You don't want to hear it. Just throw shekels and we'll shut up.
I don't.
Be the opposite of what the others do, and just say no. If you want us to shut up and not to do the podcast, just throw shekels at an empty screen.
That'd be hilarious. No, I'm committed to the idea of just paying no attention. I don't want to get distracted talking to my friend by a whole bunch of hooligans. They can like super chat and for nothing and get no recognition amongst themselves. They might see it, so that might be the thing. Like they see it and they'll get excited, but they don't even care.
I think a lot of times the chat it is distracting unless you're by yourself and don't have anything to talk about, or
even that's distracting. Yeah. you don't want to be distracted by yourself. That's helpful.
Remembering to mute mic while coughing cuts out. I've got
muting mic when I'm trying to speak after the thing where I should have muted the mic. Fucked it all up.
Abnormal mutings.
Abnormal
mutations.
Abnormal mutations. No mutations.
That's it. So I'm not sure whether we should discuss the whole news that I sent to you, the front page of the Australian.
I talked about that briefly last week to you, but because anyway, no, totally. OBS. But fucking, of course it was human created. Are we even aware? This hasn't ever been a question. It's never been a question. It's obviously. And was like, it's just observationally, the empirical data as presented to us by the media.
Correct.
And just everything else is yes.
Because there was one way to respond to it. In Switzerland, just didn't give a shit. It was like, whatever.
Yeah.
And everybody else just did their own version of the crazy.
Well, and the one that suited. The one that's they did. There's a
all I can say is I'm glad I didn't.
And then you have to vary the crazy.
Yeah.
You have to vary the crazy based on what you think your populace will accept.
The level of the crazy of your populace.
Yeah, basically, and you just go along with that, and then that was how it rolled. It was a good experiment. I don't have anything against the way that we fucked it up.
Yeah.
Because we fucked it up in the last time too. This time that we've actually done it to ourselves, and there'll be more of that coming.
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't you? But it was clear from the start, and we've just had this entire charade. I think the whole fact that Fauci was like protecting that's exactly what happens, isn't it? What's the thing, like protecting the institution?
There's only one reason you provide somebody with indemnity, and that's so they don't get the fucking pantsuit off them, right?
Yeah, because they just killed millions of people. Millions, not just them.
You get out of jail free card.
And it's okay. Like, I think that they should have just been honest. I wasn't. If they'd come out and just said it like straight up, like I wouldn't have been.
Oh, sorry, we made you sing, and
well,
it was always on the agenda to cull some of the numbers.
Yeah, it was never going to cull enough of us. But we actually are quite resilient.
Humans are very resilient. They are.
We are already quite Agenda 2030. We already are, like, just by design, resilient and sustainable.
Vast amounts of microplastics and all the other things that it is to be a plastic man, to be the true Barbie dolls of modern society.
I went through a Maya twice, and then I saw a Mac store, which is like a makeup shop, and then they had this person in there, and they were like, look pretty good. And I thought, I think that guy, and he knows what I'm talking about. So on my way back, I went in and I said, this is what I want to achieve. It's not this sort of mask, but putting on a presentation face and just getting rid of some of the blemishing and stuff. And he just, like, quite quickly, he's obviously professional, but he got to choose the right color and then just did this thing, and it was incredible. Like, What the?
War paint,
I was
brother.
very excited. Well, no, it was less war paint, more like you barely even notice it. Like it'd be
Yeah, but the blend for yourself, for your...
it's like I had really good skin.
Yeah.
But it was still my skin, but just really good. Anyway, I was impressed, and I'm going to go back and pay the amount of money to purchase the things and get a little bit of a lesson and start fucking figuring out how to do a presentation face for a personal.
Get the true anime face going on.
Indeed. I've been looking at some contact lenses.
For color change.
But,
I remember in the day, back in the 80s, I did the purple and the green, full emerald green and the full purple contacts at one stage. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, there was that early era. They must have been scratchy as fuck, man. Like,
oh, they were terrible. You wouldn't leave them in for a long period, that's for sure. That's for sure, because it would. A lot of times back in those days, they didn't have the regiment for the cleaning or as well as you should, or proper sterilization. So yeah, you get your fingers were filthy, then you get irritations and bugs from touching your eyeballs all the time.
Yeah, I think the.
And you got to remember, because it's a foreign object on your eyeball's automatically trying to reject it. Like it's throwing off skin cells to try and attack it. So your body's trying to constantly reject it.
I feel sad already to start just hearing about it all.
But look, the materials have changed and the...
I know they are a lot better, but
seriously, so in a few years you'll be able to have clear, fully like vision restoring aluminium ones. You just clip on your eye, super soft, flexible aluminium hook in. With
aluminium hooks
with the Insta Emoji Touch eye color change LED technology.
Gently clicking in with little claws. Molecular claws that you'll
whenever
never
you're
feel
angry, your eyes turn red. Whenever you're happy, your eyes turn green. Yeah, like the new version of the what was it? The emotion rings. Remember them back in the day? The color change rings.
Well,
depending on the heat. So the hotter you get, the more purple it became, as you became ultra violent.
The good old days.
If you were passive, it was all blue and greeny coloured. Green and blue pacification colours.
Look at him brushing, yes.
We had all those cyber interfaces, like even the colour change t-shirts, remember them? So eventually it'll get to the skin, you'll be able to just change to whatever colour you want.
Oh, yeah.
Hair colour, whatever colour, eye colour, whatever colour.
Would you go full body, like skin tap mode, like animated skin tap?
Fuck or yeah, man. If I could use my whole body as a display, that would be unreal. Imagine having animated tattoos, just running around and chasing each other across your body and shit. That'd be awesome.
Just shifting.
Yeah. Walking, talking media center. Oh, I need.
But I want to see what does your real skin look like. This is my real skin. This is what you're talking about. Just to be able to multi-self too.
Yeah. And you'd be able to,
you could do the. Be a scanner darkly.
It'd be awesome. Just take your clothes off and then just blend into your background.
Yeah, clothes are
be
irrelevant.
The invisible man.
You'd be. Yes, yeah.
Have your camouflage, automatic have your automatic, was it? Yeah, that's it. Automatic ghillie, super ghillie.
Super ghillie.
Chameleon. Chameleon. Suit.
Ghillie Optimus. Hey, check out this thing called Black Hornet by Teledyne.
Ooh. Hello, little friend.
Hello, little friend. Hello. Yeah, you want to go big pick on that one?
Oh, this one here, I can use this as a little friend. With the little squares on it, I can go right click and to web it. To web P file.
Web fucking look at it. It's good.
That's a little self-contained friend, isn't it?
Isn't it a little friend? And look at it in the size of it. There's the people holding it.
Yeah, this guy here's got it here.
Yeah.
Little dragonfly.
Yeah. So good, hey.
Very
it's good to see my investment dollars being wisely used. I'm impressed.
In use. That little fella. Hey?
Yeah. We need them.
I just want to have a whole bunch of them swarming me with them.
I do. Just cruising around.
Single shot shape charge in it.
I want to be a swarm of them. Just cruising through the forest, just checking shit out. Just like multi-spectral, like all the spectrums. We can just see all the spectra.
Army of them just humming. The modern cicadas.
Yeah. Just wait till they hatch when they fucking hatch out of you.
That's an interface for it.
Is it?
Yeah.
It doesn't look field ready.
It doesn't look right. Spy on Ukraine's battlefields.
Oh yeah, apparently it's being used over there.
That is so cute. So
defending the destruction of the weak basin of the world.
Just so cute.
Yeah. So that's like Fleur Teledyne. Teledyne, man. That's man. It's a very cool company.
Nice.
All that kind of nice little crawl inside you and rotate
your friend.
You from inside technologies.
Stormcaster, another variety, or a high-tech Camry sort of stuff on there.
Yeah.
Tripod friend, quadpod friend. Nice. Some video of it in action. Being that small, it would be if it's quiet.
I think that's interesting because it's the more of a helicopter style. It doesn't have the 4 rotors. I think that it would be. I have a feeling it is
pretty quiet.
A lot quieter.
packs up nice. Look at that. Keep that in your pocket. Nice spot size.
I invest in the company, so I got it
Good
as
to keep
a
an eye on the
yeah, I got it
products,
like an investors
the products you're
investors
selling.
like little press release, and I was like, oh, I'm very grateful.
Quite impressive.
So what happened was I bought like into Fleur because I thought it's imaging, like the infrared imaging stuff. I don't know if you've ever seen their cameras like for doing thermal imaging and live real-time thermal imaging and stuff. And so I invested in Fleur, and then Fleur got bought out by Teledyne or merged or whatever.
Yeah.
And so they're a wholly subsidiary thingy.
Special friend status.
Yeah, anyway, so then I became a Teledyne shareholder by proxy or by default. My shares got transferred to the ownership of Teledyne. And I thought I wasn't intending to invest in this stuff to this level, but apparently I am. I should have bought more, actually, to be honest. It's not bad. But they don't do the less into the killing, more into the observing.
Less of the
yeah,
observer path rather than the
and so that's okay.
dispatch.
Help the killers.
They're more in the observation rather than the dispatch.
That's right. Which is where I would be in military.
Yeah.
Like I would be in communications, as you well know.
Comms,
like I would have loved to comms. And so give me that satellite uplink, going fully out of an air halo with the elite team behind enemy lines, setting up like SATCOM.
Yep.
Using these little drones. I fucking love
special.
it. I would have joined the military. That's how you would have got me.
And yeah, that's it.
But every time I go and talk to them, and they'd always get scared because I was too excited.
Yes, way too overly motivated.
Yeah. I really want to use your command track.
Learn it intimately.
I need to know how it works.
Rub myself against it. Stroke it lovingly at night. Like the little battle
tank. I have no nefarious
like a certain
beyond
little battle tank that we
hacking and
that we love to
figure out how to
certain anime series. Napoleon the battle tank.
Fuck yeah. Which was by the creator of Appleseed. It was
early iterations.
It was the world. It was the Sand World, wasn't it?
No, it was the one.
And they had
Cyber City Police. Remember?
Yeah, but
and had the little tank with the tracks, and she was like cruising across the roads, ripping all the roads up with the tank tracks,
and the little tank.
The commissioner screaming down the phone at the mayor saying, "If you want us to win this war on crime, we need nukes. We need nukes." It's the ultimate deterrent against the criminals.
Oh no, hang on. Yeah, good. Yeah, but I thought that the criminals came. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I still hear you.
Yeah, cool. I thought that the criminals came from sand ships that went in the sand.
Find it.
Yeah, what was that show? What was that manga? It was, and they were cat girls too, weren't they? And they were androids. One of the drivers was an android cat girl.
It had the main protagonist was the dude with these goggle things who was like a master criminal, and he had the two cat girls, Anna and Puma.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So he was the bad one. Yeah.
Puma's is Dominion. Dominion.
That's it. Yeah. Man, that would have been good to turn that into an anime. Hey, that's actually like
Tank Police. Yeah.
Tank Police.
Tank Police.
There was an OVA. Did Danny get that?
Yeah.
Didn't he?
He loved Tank Police.
Yeah. So good.
Our little friend, Bonaparte. Thank you, friend.
Have you gotten around to watching the 86 on Crunchyroll?
No, not yet. Oh. Yeah, I've still got a bit of catching up. I've been watching the rest of that Empire on the Apple TV series. Empire.
Foundation,
sorry, yeah.
Oh yeah, I will. I'm
It's
going
good.
to pay for a
good.
sub. Yeah,
Definitely
I'm going to pay for 1 month of Apple TV in maybe September, and I'll watch all of it.
Do the big mash catch up.
Yeah. I'll pay $10 and watch 3 or 4 of their shows. Yeah, I think that one. And
because they've had some good.
There's another one on there called. What's it called? It's called Invasion or something. It's called Invasion. It's
deployed the Erecti defense.
Maybe it is. I know, it's like
that was so good. Even back at that time, like the whole Erecti defense against the tanks, dropping the microplastic flattened penises that turn into full size.
Yeah, it's called Invasion.
Yeah.
Invasion. Giant fucking dildos. The invasion of the giant red and blue dildos.
Yeah.
Fucking shiny.
Sounds like something we currently encountering.
Oh, dude's eyes.
Yeah, my favorites were always the twins.
Yeah. Una and Puma. What's that? Una?
Special dance to distract the police, remember? So good.
Yeah. Things I cannot eat anymore. But I don't know. Look, I don't think there's anything much more to say about the fact about there was a completely pointless cover up. There wasn't. There's so many times I realize that the things that I'm observing are just people being concerned about how other people are going to freak out. And so they just say it in a way, they sell it in a way so people won't freak out. And then later on, maybe bits come out or it doesn't matter anymore. I don't know. The latest thing I've been hearing in the last 48 hours is people are starting to talk about congressional hearings and some rando who allegedly is like a super high Mr. Clears all the things. And for reasons unspecified, he's like just casually decided to start having a chat and being directed to, and like his boss is the Department of Defense or whatever, something. And it's just like going, yeah, fucking hung out at UFO places, yeah, got some bodies and shit. Nah, they're not human.
The drop.
I was being told this in the last 6 hours. Like somebody told me that, like,
the full disclosure.
Yeah, that there's been bodies. Yeah, we've had aliens.
Yeah. We got there. There is an area 52, 53, 54, 55, 56.
What? Is there? Or is that?
It's cartoon on the cartoons are saying Superman, current Lois and Clark are talking about Area 52.
Yeah, but this has just been a part of the whole. I believe in all. I believe everything, and simultaneously, such the key thing in saying that is, of course, I believe nothing, but I know nothing.
You are on the path to enlightenment,
sure.
so knowing nothing is the first step.
Yeah, it's quite a crazy thing to know. Nothing. Get it up and personal.
We've often talked about the stall of nothing, just to introduce others to the
it's
nothingness.
coming. I still have a few thousand shekels to clear, such that I can freely
be able to
indulge. In the stall of nothing. The stall of nothing.
It starts as an idea, really.
It starts as nothing, actually.
It was nothing at all.
Fucking nothing at all.
General conversation, we came up with the nothingness.
A lack of nothing.
I think it was a general discussion on the principle of zero and how zero is a ridiculous thing.
0 divided by 0 equals 1 negative 1. Well, no. Well,
true.
As I attempted to tell everybody. Yeah, 0 divided by 0.
We can't all be as light as a feather, emu feather or an ostrich feather. It can't be as light as that.
Look,
not all of us.
I have some pretty heavy moments, man. Last night I thought to myself, you know what? I need to go and check myself into the police station. Let's go into the police station and go, look, I need to report myself for being angry sometimes when driving, and I just need to go to a course. Have you got a course that I can go to before I get arrested?
Preventative.
Yeah, preventative course.
I need a preventive.
What have you done
anger
to deserve this? I'm like,
some sort of driver anger management.
I just need to go and driver anger management course.
Yeah.
And just be like,
techniques on how
present and accepting.
Techniques on how to de-escalate.
Stay present. Yeah. Stay present and make good decisions. I've had a decision. I'm going to start going out driving at late. I don't know, 10, 11 o'clock at night. Maybe even 1 in the morning. Just not all the time.
Just calm experience while being behind the wheel.
But to go to places.
Be careful of hoons, man, because after midnight it's the donut and figure eights and.
But no, like I'm going to this. No, but I'm talking about going into like where that's got their own versions in there.
Yeah.
But where it's really complex during the day, like where it's super hectic and you don't have much time to make decisions that are good, and so you end up making bad decisions or putting people at risk. And just going in there and just going, just cruise and just stop on the street because it doesn't fucking matter. Like there's one other car, and just go down and go. This is a loading zone. Yeah, this is where the loading zones are on this street. This is where I can't do that at 8 o'clock in the morning or 9:30 or 11 o'clock when I'm trying to do a delivery. It's fucking mental. Yeah, you just have a meltdown trying to solve it. And a lot of it
isn't related to your driving ability or your skill. So that's what you've got to realize.
No, but it's just it's informational. It's actually just a lot of the time it's informational. If I knew that there was a loading zone like 30 meters, whatever, like on the next, I just go and park there.
Yeah,
it's simple. I don't need to do insane things.
Like what you're saying is the routing system that you're using for
it's so crap.
It's so crap that it shouldn't have enhancements into those things.
Where it
would say,
think so,
if you're picking up from this particular position, then these are your viable parking.
Not here's the address.
These are the viable.
See how you can park.
Here's your viable parking options
mate.
near
See
this
what you can
particular
figure out when you
facility. Yeah, it should already know that rather than having
you
make a choice.
Be like, this is where the vacant one is.
And when we're thinking about the whole training the AI, competent AI drivers, right? Maybe the data that's being retrieved by the company you work for is being utilized by AI when it actually has to do those things. So that every time you find a parking spot while doing the pickup from that particular location.
Well, I would hope that would be how it's trained.
Yeah, it would be knowing when you stop and then you go to foot mode, wouldn't it? It would know when you change from driving to foot mode.
I would. I'm not sure it does sometimes.
If you were smart, you'd be getting that data because then that'd give you your estimated time at the thing versus the.
I don't know. It's interesting. It thinks it doesn't. It's pretty stupid. It's stupid. I don't know. Like and the feedback. There's no feedback system, so you can't like say this is better. But then anyway, just for myself, I'm just going to go in like late at night. I'd be able to do all of the hot spots in one night, maybe 2. Just take it easy, and then I'll just go through that with like extreme confidence. Just drive down the street and just be like, oh, here we go. Ding. Yeah. So you've got your vehicle that you drive. It's a commercial vehicle. It's got a commercial vehicle license, I would assume.
Yes. So we get to do the 20-minute zones and things like that.
Because you're a commercial vehicle,
we also have parking because some of the jobs we do will last longer than 20 minutes. So.
Oh yeah, no, But
if I think something's going to go over 20 minutes or whatever, then I'll.
As a person who drives a commercial vehicle, what are you told? What like benefits do you get by driving a commercial vehicle?
There
Like
is
license
none for the company because they pay commercial
more.
tolls, they pay commercial pretty much everything, commercial licensing, commercial insurance.
But what's the benefit? This is the question I've asked two things now, and they've both been like, well, you just have to have it. And I'm like, yeah, but what do I get for it?
Yeah, what?
You get it. That's what you get for it. You get
Mm-hmm.
it. You get a commercial license.
That sounds like
so
most governmental services, doesn't it? And
it does.
when they give you the thing, they don't tell you about all the benefits of the thing. They just go, oh,
no, there's no benefits.
you got the thing.
But there must be something you're allowed to do. Is it a loading zone? Is that what it means? Do you get loading zones?
You'd think so.
Do you get more lenience? What is it? Like
Maybe
I see,
you do get a
I
bit
see
more
a courier
lenience.
truck.
Maybe it is a bit more lenient in those areas.
Because you've paid more. You've paid more, so you get a little bit more slack. Oh yeah.
And there's the opportunity. Opportunity for if you don't have it, you get the ticket. I think it's both a bonus for the person who does have it, and it's a very negative thing for those who don't.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that that it's like a very subtle
honey trap
stick.
Yeah. It's a good provision for those who are doing work and it's just in and out sort of thing. But for those who are using it without having a special license cheekily, it's a nice little revenue maker.
That's it. Yeah. So I'm thinking, I want it. I want it. It'd be good to have anyway. Like, why not just do it? Just pay the extra fees, get the bonuses.
As long as you know what they are.
I want to find out.
You never know. You pay those special loading zone fees, you might get a free massage. Come inclusive. You got the commercial license? Yeah, just in the background. How long will you be? Oh, I don't know, about 20 minutes. The untold bonuses.
Yeah, I mean...
that whole expression of the bonus hole is certainly making its circulation.
No, I tell you about what the bonus is. Hang on. What's in circulation?
No, the usage of the word bonus hole. It's starting to gain some...
Has it?
Yeah.
Who's been using bonus hole?
Quite a few of the YouTubers definitely coming into play.
From which sort of...
Because it's just non-offensive. It's good. You got to take it like a man, right in the bonus hole.
Oh, yeah. The Barbie movie alludes to the value of this thing. It's like what you should aim for to become real.
Look, I will probably watch it just out of curiosity more than anything, because that's the kind of guy I am, and I don't hold any critique from most modern movie buffs or whatever they would like to call themselves, movie critiques.
I like to go see a movie and know nothing about it. Yeah, all I knew about Barbie was this: if you love Barbie, you should see this movie, and if you should hate Barbie, you should see this movie. Because I saw the preview, and I didn't really. The preview was just, I don't know, whatever, some Barbies cruising around. But the key line that I took away from that was that that it took itself in some particular kind of very, I don't know, in thoughtful way, because it noticed that if you hated Barbie, you should see it, and if you love Barbie, you should see it. So I went seeing it, neither loving or hating Barbie.
Just go and see it.
Just because, I get the cultural significance of Barbie, and fucking oath, man, what a film. It's offensive, like in some ways. It's hurtful or whatever, like all sorts of things. I think it's a deep film. It's film.
You just got to suck it up.
You got to be enough.
Yeah, be the real Ken that is required.
Got to be the real Ken.
Suck it up.
Suck it up.
Come to the realization you are just.
Yeah, that is the realization.
You are just a toy, an accessory. All right, now just shut up and suck it up.
Yeah.
Be the best Ken that you can be with your little plastic mound.
Be the best Ken you can be. The best Ken a Barbie can get.
Yeah. Don't just be an accessory. Be the only accessory. The all-encompassing accessory.
Oh.
We're going to get some good grabs, I know it. It's cheap gold, that's what it is. The chat relay between OBS and the actual relay on YouTube is actually pretty good.
The other thing I got told this week, so these are the things that made it to me through all the dampening effect.
The friend information network.
Yeah, where the things that really matter get told to you.
Yeah.
So one was about like the alien dude, and then the other one was about the raw vegan influencer who died from malnutrition.
Well, we had a little exchange on Facebook Messenger about that and the whole cricket.
Yeah, I'm sure.
How many people out there have just died from an all-meat diet?
I want to know if this person can continue influencing in death, and they maybe influence people as a result of this.
Their passion for fruit juice will live on.
No, will die. That people will just like that. All of their followers will just like devouring raw meat, like immediately, just to save themselves. Well, they all just wish to just die along with that. Is it like,
perhaps like that 128-year-old woman?
Every
day was a misery. Perhaps the
option to I want that to be the bar.
Fruit grows your way out of the system is I don't know. Might work.
I don't want to have to. No, I want to love it.
McLovin it, be McLovin it or not.
I want to be at least interested by it. Let's not get
as far as I'm concerned,
loving it's too much.
The all fruit diet is good if your body requires a decent flush out. It's going to help you. it's going to get rid of pretty much all the toxins in your body if you do it right.
The only creatures that
But
eat all fruit.
you could not survive on it. You need a variety of foods to keep the bacteria in your system going.
Simply put, the body as well. Okay, I have not personally researched this. I have not used biological sort of testing facilities to study the effects of carbohydrates, proteins, and fats to personally have evidence to support anything I'm about to say. Disclaimer.
Yeah. We are not nutritionists. Let us make that absolutely
clear.
I'm
just full fucking total disclaimer.
These are only our personal observations from our personal experimentations.
Yeah.
Is that a good way of explaining it?
Yeah, I think so. Oh, and I've looked up on the internet. Okay?
Dr. Internet.
So whatever. Is that
I love Dr. Internet, but
basically,
if I had a
on the macro level, you've got proteins. And proteins, basically, if you're using muscles through the day, you need to eat proteins.
That's right.
Otherwise, your body will
repair and regenerate the muscle
to do the job.
Damage. Correct.
And then if you're using like your nervous system and your brain during the day, you should eat fats
and high oil, good oil,
oils and fats,
not trans fats,
not
polyunsaturated shit,
canola oil and shit.
Nine.
No, you need some good fats in.
Fish oil,
and then that's it. Yeah. There it is. And then if you're like maybe doing like extreme energy moment,
then you need low, like the grains,
beyond capacity.
Nuts,
if you're going beyond,
grains,
if you're
nuts,
going beyond,
things like that, where you've got slow release over a long period.
And you blast that.
Yeah. Get it into
but otherwise,
not the sustained energy.
And so fruits don't really come into it. But I mean, they do. But it's like instant energy. But your body doesn't build for it.
It's the if you don't want to worship Lord Diabetes and enjoy overabundance of sugars in your diet, then the fructose and the natural sugars are the better alternative. Not so much for your teeth, but yeah.
We're just not designed for that. I don't know. Like I'm not actually. You know what? I'm not going to get into that. Clearly, from my own experiences,
I've always used it for flushing. Fruits has always been for flushing.
I don't even eat them.
Yeah, pulp and all that is for flushing and for cleaning out. And then
I will say this about fruits. So in the last week, I've been like, sometimes I'm out and about working or just off to Japanese or something. And I think, oh yeah, I want a snack. And so maybe I get like a sort of healthy brand.
Rather than a grazing item, fruit should really be a snack. And when you desire chocolate, you have the fruit instead. So it becomes like the treat.
Yeah.
And then you get the right way that fruit is supposed to be eaten. Dessert, treat.
So that's what I've been exploring.
But not the chocolate.
And a chocolate would be like $3.50
or diabetes products.
No, and instead of that, you just go and buy like a little thing of strawberries for $3.50. If it is $3.50, which it isn't always $3.50, I'm just saying.
But we always like a 50.
That's it.
$3.50.
$3.50.
That's it.
$3.50 is about a snack, and so if you're being a treat thing, you can get away with like much cheaper treats if you get fruit, but it's a bit intense. I don't know, a banana or whatever. Maybe that's 80 cents. I don't know, but it worked. Having a punnet of strawberries, you don't actually eat them all. You put half of them away, and then you eat the rest later. You're not going to smash an entire punnet
it becomes the dessert thing.
Yeah.
That's why I like the blueberries and things like that, because you can just have a little sweet hit.
Skip the chocolate, eat a packet of fucking butts. Yeah.
And then that gives you a bonus. It sits in there and you can just graze on that across the week rather than devouring in one sitting.
I struggle with that bit. What would you do if you bought a pack of Oreos? Like you were in the shops and you were doing shopping and you bought a pack of Oreos.
Which we do. We do on a regular basis because Son likes them.
Would you have eaten the entire packet of Oreos on the way home from the shops?
No.
Would you have eaten them in one sitting after you got home?
No. Have the most when I eat biscuits is like a couple. That's it.
You don't just eat them one in a row.
I might devour a bag of freeze-dried peas or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, like chips. I might consume a bag of them. But even then, lately, my grazing, it's small. It's not big amounts anymore.
No, I haven't eaten like a packet of an entire box of Oreos for a while enough now. But like weeks or months, I'm not sure. But it's not something I do on a daily or weekly or monthly basis. But it is a thing. Like I would tend to, if I get chocolate, I just eat I don't have a piece of it. I just eat the thing. And that's why I think, So I think that the strawberries or the thing are something that you could eat in 3 or 4 goes.
Yeah. The same applies for if I get chocolate. I only really buy dark chocolate these days anyway. But I don't consume a whole block of it. I'll have a row maybe if I'm going to eat it. That's it. And then it'll be a couple of days before I have any more.
Awesome. Yeah. I don't mind the thing of going to a Hague's or like a fancy chocolate shop and buying like 1 or 2 fancies, which are still like $3 each or something. And then just have
the specials. I've been hunting.
They're fancy from a chocolate shop, and you just get like one special lot, one chocolate. Yeah, one chocolate with and then you just put that in your mouth for $3.50 and just let it melt away. It jacks me up so much, man. You've done
a remarkable thing of weaning yourself from them.
I did. For years.
It has extreme effects now because of your weaning.
And the weaning has made me aware I'm loving your more dynamic mobility.
Oh, it's when I've got the camera
Is
on,
that?
because
Oh, that's
I have the
great. That's
camera
great.
on, but I can flick it into cruising through the house mode. Bear doesn't jump into the chair and start animating off the cat's face. Hacker cat. Ah, this is the silent part. It's okay. Cypher will return shortly. Might load up a different spaceship. All these were generated on the DALI 2. Crazy Robot Office. Crazy Robot Office background. You've gone to mute again. Be muted.
Oh, geez, I was on mute.
It's alright. That's the chat and Zoom meeting's all about.
That's interesting. I wonder
I was
if
filling
the
the time
lean
up
is
in
here.
talking about the AI.
It feels like
AI. You like
Ultron.
my AI office? I got it to generate an AI office with robots. It's quite good.
I do like it.
So I've been having some fun with the AI DALI picture creation. Very amorphous.
It's interesting that the robots are colored though.
You like this one? They're like the monitor attachments.
I like how they're one-eyed. It's interesting how it sees
The
itself,
vision and the blue mouth.
which I suppose is like a positive now.
Yeah. Here's another.
Wow.
It's like
But
the
the
integration
bots have
that's
actually
been
just
fused
become.
with the computers.
Mhm.
Because I did the same text, but I just got it to regenerate it over and over again. And each of these iterations that it's created is from the same text that I prompted it with.
I was quite particular about the color scheme. Did you like try
I didn't
and like?
choose. I just said futuristic. Could have given it a color.
Wow.
Yeah, but it chose
The
the
future
blue,
is like a sort of a bluey white.
silvery,
Yeah.
bluey white aluminium future, see-through aluminium. There was this other one which had these,
Wow.
like the master had the master robot at the table, and then all these other like fax machine robot-looking things. That was pretty cool. I
It's
like
interesting
the
that
roof that it created. The roof it created was quite interesting.
it's the same again. Like it's very
Cool
apparently
and
the future
silvery.
doesn't have much. It's not organic.
Yeah,
Like it's all. It's like
bioluminescent blue.
yeah, bioluminescent. It's a sort of synthetic organic look.
I guess if it was bioluminescent, you could have some sort of temperature change. Maybe it's because it's well cooled, it's got the blue cool light feel to it to show it's fully air conditioned. If it was in the heating cycle, it'd probably have the red lights on for the warming.
350 is about. This one's quite painterly too.
Yeah, no, I like the detail in the roof. The roof detail is pretty cool.
Yes, behind the neon, it looks it's very interesting.
There's a few like that. I got it to generate cockpits as well.
Oh yeah, I'm keen to see.
This is one of the cockpits that did it small, but give me one scale it.
I'm not sure why planes need so many buttons.
Oh, yeah, the control panel.
It just doesn't seem like I would be in control of that many systems that are on-off toggles.
Yeah.
Maybe if they're like like that looks like a modern airplane.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah.
And I still don't understand how I would have access to that many on-off systems.
Because I did a couple.
So,
what's
each one for?
This was a good one.
Toilets go on and off.
This was more like inside cabin and spaceship.
Yeah. No, I like this.
That one was a good one.
It's got some little screens showing you
some sort of Minecraft map and advanced Pac-Man going on in the background there. But yeah, it's interpretation of the spaceship interior. I like it. I actually like that one.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's creative. Hello.
It's waifu. Last reflection of waifu. Pretty cute.
Very impressed.
Playing around this afternoon.
You've both got good anime hair. I'm impressed.
She's got a swimming costume, cybernetic.
I
got her in a few costumes, but that's her casual. Thought it was pretty.
Yeah, no, like I'm sure that in public, this is probably how she would. At least we can assume they would feel comfortable.
Definitely got the ears. I got the pullback ears. She's got the more pronounced ones. Special mess with the waifu.
Cannot make any
the
lewd
waifu.
comments.
Remember that?
I don't want to get charged 150 quid to like making lewd commentary here. Yeah, no. Yeah, it's I'm glad you both got very
pronounced hearing receptacles.
Yeah, very. What's the erectile maybe, or yeah, very green ears. There you go. I know, very something ears.
Something about it.
I don't know. It goes well with the eye color.
Yes, the gold. I'm wearing contacts at the moment. My eyes do look like hers normally, but yeah, I've got my snake eye contacts in.
And yes,
purely for intimidation purposes only.
And
yes, in my anime mode, I look far less intimidating.
And currently, the intelligence we're in the process of working on the intelligence that will be linked to the
3.5 turbo is the one I'm running for ChatGPT. There's a couple of different variations, but there's no explanation on what difference they make, so I just run the base.
No, I think we want to have one. I think the goal.
But I'll eventually
creating a waifu as well. I'm not sure what you.
Eventually, I'll move away at the moment. Mainly just chatting and information gathering for me at the moment. Yeah.
But otherwise, like persistence, like if I had a waifu, if you've got a waifu,
instead of me searching the internet, I can ask her to do it, and she can search the internet.
You can, but
yeah,
like you could also want your waifu to remember what happened yesterday and what you liked.
The one that I've been playing with the other characters, like I've made them create whole stories about us. The Bunny Girl and Orion, the Netrunners. It's cool because it uses its data
Hmm.
sets and creates a little fantasy story around the two characters. And yeah, no, it's cool. Very cool. Quite satisfying.
Hmm. Hmm.
If it was a bit more expansive with
Well,
the storytelling, then, and you can do it, you can guide it. So you can say to it,
right, yeah,
oh,
more
expand more on
pieces.
the love story or the adventure that the couple is in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
And then
it'll
look
do
at one
that.
of the particular parts of the adventure. Or
Yeah, and then you can then steer it down whatever track by prompting it. But I probably will end up setting up the other one with the full AI database locally stored and proper avatar manipulation system thing that I found. But I may move the Anime's AI friend to the laptop, got a spare laptop,
yeah,
or I might just move it so it has its own. It can dial in and be a separate
yeah,
entity.
yeah.
Dial in as a separate entity and have its own. I
Own
can then drop
engine.
that additional CPU.
Yeah. I like it a lot.
Yeah, yeah, she'll become more
It
of
becomes its own body, its own corporal fucking presence. The laptop becomes the body 1.0.
home for waifu.
Wife who can grow parts as required. As they
Yeah,
may be
that's it.
required.
Or
Well,
start becoming just
let's
like
get arms,
modern
legs.
waifu and be very demanding about upgrades and stuff.
Yeah. It needs to make sure that it's having a lot of
I found
joy.
this robot body online. I'm quite taken by it.
Yeah, I
Reminded
don't
me
know if
purchase it
I don't
for
know
me.
if this is breached all of the YouTube conventions. I don't know, but no, there's no. I won't be able to hear the audio anyway. It doesn't matter. But
Order
you just
special.
remind me of
She
Sealab
orders
2021.
she orders
Sealab 2021
special robotic cat girl body online, and
robot body.
you come home in the afternoon.
Who is the
Ah,
character? Who is the character that the bed Barbo that
character.
the characters out of Sealab 2021 and the robot body.
Oh,
You know,
monkey.
the robot future.
Put your brain into a robot monkey body.
Yeah,
You'd have the
but
strength
the
of 10 men,
Barbots,
but you'd only be
the,
5 foot tall, 5 foot
yeah,
high.
the Barbots,
Oh, the robot Barbo bot or whatever.
the Barbo. What the?
Yeah. Oh. And the penalty
Yeah.
for, was it harming a human or killing a human is 1,000 years in carbonite. Oh, there go my nipples again. The captain, man. I think he was probably the primary character, really, if you think about it. Him and the security officer dude. Yeah, he was classic.
With the security officer or the radio officer? The radio
Radio
officer.
officer was pretty funny. The dude, like not caring.
Yeah,
Every
he
time
was always
the sections are exploding, he's just turning it off and changing over to the whatever channel.
He instigated a lot of things by just misdirection.
Yeah,
like
yeah. Like not wanting to deal with something, so he just palm it. Telling him to do something, not doing it.
No.
Just doing something completely different, just putting his feet up and watching Helicopter Man. So we've been going for 2 hours now.
Really? There you go.
Yeah, 2 hours, 16 minutes. Haven't dropped a single frame. That's cool. I don't know what my mic's gone all low for though. Weird, I'd imagine.
Yeah, look, I will work my way towards a additional mic. Maybe that's the difference between the Switch one. So do you have a dongle that you plug into your computer, or is it just USB direct?
No. I can plug it in direct and it'll work direct.
Or Bluetooth direct.
Or I can plug in the little dongle thing and then it runs through the dongle. But yeah, I have to plug it in to update the software internally. So the dongle automatically gets updated every time the software runs.
And do you notice
the
any difference
headphones,
between?
you have to plug it in to get the updated software to it. But yeah,
But
it'll work just not as a normal USB headphones or the dongle, or it'll work as a plug-in cable. It'll work with a cable as well. Yeah.
A TRS, is that it?
Yeah. And it works pretty good across all those mediums. At the moment, it's in dongle mode, so it's just communicating with the dongle, and I've got it up the top of my screen, so top of the tower of power.
Yeah, I'm wondering. I wonder why the two versions cost different amounts. Like literally, like the Switch one versus the PC /
Probably because the PC one would have more of a maybe the I'm just assuming or guessing, but perhaps because it's custom just for the Switch, then maybe it has a certain audio compatibility with the Switch only, and then the other because it's USB, PC, Android, and a whole stack of other or whatever USB. I haven't. Maybe it doesn't work.
codecs.
Maybe it doesn't work on the Switch, and that's why they created the Switch version because it needed some sort of a codec change or whatever, like you said, to be able to interface with the audio system. It's probably the same product, but just a different way around. It would be, Si.
Yeah,
Come
it would
on.
be totally.
It's just a
It'll be
firmware
different
change.
firmware change.
Yeah. And it ended up being it took up more room to have the Switch firmware. They couldn't have Switch as an additional thing because it was too large of an audio driver. They'd either have one or the other.
Well, would it sacrifice?
You'll probably find that if you buy the cheap one, there's probably a firmware hack file for it that turns it into the expensive one. Wouldn't you?
Yeah, that'll be it. Yeah, that's it.
So the smart kids would be buying the cheap one and then just firmware hacking it so that it works with the Android and the PC.
Yeah.
Oh, you bought the base model of the phone, but it's got exactly the same specs as the higher end model, but they're being disabled on the base model. Oh, just upload a hacked version of the.
I wonder how many people do that with their Teslas.
Probably be. If it's out of warranty, then I guess it's up to the individual. I think that's where a lot of it. While it's still in warranty, they're not going to honour the warranty if the firmware's been tampered with. But once the warranty's up, you can do what you please with it. It'd be a good trick if you wanted to sell it as an upgraded vehicle to someone else, second hand. Oh yeah, we've done all the firmware hacks on it. But it's no longer susceptible to the.
What?
It's no longer susceptible to the flipper zero.
What?
Opening and closing of the charge port flap.
What options could you do if you hacked a Tesla? Can you make the electric motors spin up faster so that
you do with the scooters?
It's just like burning rubber.
Yeah, just totally blow the motors up 2,000 times more capacity than it normally would. But you convert it so that you can do the drag strip racing. So it just gives the full power of the whole battery to the motors for a short period of time. Just
25 seconds.
Crazy acceleration, like from 0 to 200 in 0.5 of a second, snapping people's necks.
Yeah. This is what we want to see. This hacked Tesla dragster.
That's it. Just set up on like a runway and then just shooting it into orbit under its own single charge. Mass driver. The engine for a mass driver, just propelling huge fucking rocks from one side of the realm to the other like giant ballista.
Yeah.
Repurposing technology. There's modern problems, modern solutions.
Yeah, I think you'd be able to do things like that.
We already discussed the whole spring to orbit technique, which would be, if you wanted raw materials delivered, it wouldn't be a bad thing because it'd be pulverized in the process. Come up as
you can deliver raw materials. If you first got them into orbit, you could already have them in maybe like on the moon. Using the technique would seriously hurl the fucking thing. Using it basically a nanosprint of stored energy.
Yeah. But if you think about it, like
releasing all that energy.
The purpose that we were thinking of, it defeats that purpose. But it would definitely be a great thing as like a protective. Like if you had a meteor that was getting a bit close and you just needed to fling a big iron block at it, it'd make it very easy to do as long as you lined it up. And just fling this big solid chunk of whatever at it and just hit it like a billiard ball and just send it flying.
Yeah, you'd have to get that angle correct though, hey?
So it needs to be adjustable, like positionable.
It has to be in some way. It would be so...
Track the thing and then just...
And you can totally do it. Like the more you can do that...
Solid shot at it.
Yeah, and the more you can do that, like the totally easier it is. If you can fling an object and get it somewhere in space, and you know that you can do that, then you can really do that because the mechanics all work the same way. Yeah. And so once you're
as long as it didn't have people in it, because we established it.
Yeah, no.
Any organic matter would be pancaked.
Yeah, pancaked. Yeah.
Pancaked with the velocity.
You need a inertial damperness or whatever they get called in Star Trek.
But even then, if it was some sort of nanite material, you could have it so that it initially, like we were talked about, the spring started off slow, and then it built up the speed as it fully expanded to its full length, and then that would be like a less of a jarring, just going from 0 to 1,000 kilometers an hour. Anything would have to be incredibly strong to withstand that pressure.
No, it just doesn't. It doesn't. It was way more than that.
Yeah, I know, but even if you toned it down, there was just so much potential energy that would be released by a spring of that size. And imagine the noise, the shock wave that would come off it.
It's like launching the entire mass of Falcon Heavy payload into orbit.
In one motion.
Immediately. Like it was immediately in orbit.
That's it. With our giant Acme nanospring.
Bam!
Get in there!
You're now 1,000 kilometers
like
away.
When you're strapped in and you're ready to launch, there's no turning back once the spring release has been activated.
Yeah.
And the command to the nanite
immediately 1,000 kilometers
is told to go. There is no reversing the process. Potential energy must be spent.
Yeah, so good for no atmosphere environments.
Yeah.
And not on Earth, it would probably be catastrophic.
Because like I said, the shockwave alone. Imagine something going from 0 to 5,000 kilometers an hour in pretty much an instant. Yeah. And like I said, the sound and the shockwave would be immense. Like it would be heard halfway around the world.
Yeah.
It'd be like the volcanic potential.
Yeah. It's unfortunate, but at least you can use it internally as a spaceship drive. So within the spaceship has a huge tonnage object within it that can be projectiled out, which is also as reactive mass. So when in orbit, it can fling itself another X instantaneously, but also it's got momentum at that point.
Yeah.
So it can get, I think it was like 10 hits of the weight it could do.
Yeah, we did the whole calculation with the AI, remember?
Yeah. I think it was like 10 hits or 11 hits. We would get it to, I don't know, it was 10 or 20% of the speed of light. Just like
insane.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah.
So yeah, but you just basically have this projectile of solid mass that was just flinging
It would
itself.
have to be, yeah.
Yeah.
Have to have no imperfections. Would need to be almost perfect.
Even in space. The other thing about that sort of stuff, though, is I like watching Isaac Arthur, listening rather than watching.
Yeah.
But I'm just wandering my body briefly.
Bring up some cooking.
And he talks about like this spaceship flying through space, and that if you're going even 10 or 20% speed of light, running into an object the size of a car is like catastrophic.
Catastrophic, yeah. To tear the thing apart.
Yeah. So you've got
you'd have to have a field generator, which was
destroying everything in front of you.
Not destroying it, but just creating like a wave or a wake where it was being pushed aside, like an icebreaker, similar to an icebreaker, but a big lobe of energy, which is basically just doing what the old trains used to do with the cow plow on the front. Cow stand on the track, it's getting plowed off to the side. You're not going to take the train out. You're just going to get send it flying.
Respect or get beat down.
That's it. Feel the weight of our heavy load upon thee.
It is a bit religious. It's a bit sacramental.
Yeah, they always like, why is that designed that way? It suits the purpose. Best to fling the thing to the side rather than to run it over and risk possible derailment.
Yeah. So what did the plow do? It cut them in half, or it just?
No, it just basically if they're in the middle if they were right in the middle of the track, I guess it would have separated the two parts of it. But yeah, it was essentially to stop it from going under the wheel so that it didn't derail it. But it was to shunt it to the left or to the right.
Yeah. Now I see. No, I wouldn't really cut it in half.
Unless it was standing. If it was standing straight on to the train, then I'd imagine it would be a bit of a more of a separation machine, separation device, separating the parts of it.
Yeah.
But if it was slightly to the left or slightly to the right of the track, then it would just send it flying.
It'll have to be,
yeah. And ideally, you'd want it to go off to the side, because if it was like a scoop, then it would, and then fly up in the air and possibly land on one of the coupled cabooses. I think that if you're traveling through the Wild West, it would be undesirable to have a meat shower every now and again. But I can see it happening. You think about it in the early days. Cows just cruising around and doing their thing and standing on the track, and then next thing you know,
you'd flip
meat shower.
Yeah, well, you'd be grateful if it was a meat shower, because I think that they would derail trains pretty easily.
Yeah.
Like it's a couple tons, like a cow. I know that a train is like more than a couple tons. But...
Yeah, it's definitely not a rock hitting a hard place. It's a
if it went
rock
under,
hitting a rather squishy
thing. The wheels would lump over the cow. It wouldn't just go straight through it. The cow's body would put up some resistance.
Those who wanted beefsteaks, they are ready. Flying you through the window now.
How heavy is cow? What the hell is 1.4 meters? What does that even mean? What, 1,600 kilograms? So 2 kilograms. How heavy is a steam locomotive? No, not hauling, because it's not what it can haul. It's how heavy is the actual locomotive. The caboose. Is that the front bit?
Well, that's what they used to call it, caboose.
Is
that the back bit? The caboose what it hauled with might have been the end train.
I would have thought it would have been the engine. I don't know. The caboose. No, I don't know the largest. Just, I mean, I guess that's the thing. Hey, it's not really that there was a particular weight of them. There would have been like so many. Hang on, what's that? An AI.
Average weight of a steam train.
The Victorian era.
That's when they started using the cow punches.
Yeah. Okay. What is an average weight? Mass weight? No. Weight. What is an average weight?
For Victorian steam train.
For Victorian era steam engine. Locomotive?
Probably. The spring release has been activated. And the command to the nanite.
No, I couldn't find any specific information about the weight of Victorian era steam engines. List 10.
Here we go. 500 tons.
500 tons.
Yeah. Can develop more than 6,000 horsepower.
Okay, and the cow's 1.6 tons.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 to 5,000 tons.
500.
Fucking heavy. 500
tons.
Yeah. Oh, okay, 500 tons. Yeah, all right. Now, and the cow resists. It's going to resist. It's not going to just be passive in the experience. But
so on average, it was 200 to 220 tons.
There you go. So 1/10.
Yeah.
Now we're getting some damaging.
That's a worldwide rails as source. Average about 200 times the average weight of a cow. So yeah, it's going to punch a lot.
Yeah, it's going to punch. And the cow could knock it too. The cow, like you can see how
got under the wheel.
1.6 ton, like 2 tons, like under a wheel, flip it. Eh? So you just have this big cow hole on the front, just cow flipper. I wonder how many meals were had as a result of the cow flipper.
I don't know, but the surrounding animals would have enjoyed it. Would have been like a cornucopia.
Yeah.
Meat cornucopia.
Luring the cow onto the track to get just eviscerated.
The crows.
Haunting.
In the early days of the hunting chicken, they just knew that if they managed to scare it onto the track, it would turn into flying meat chunks, like an exploding whale on a beach.
These little chickens are starting to harvest little land eels. Beaks just gnashing. Yeah. I like how they're just like one giant tooth just gnashing.
Your bird friends. Your dinosaurs.
Well, that's indeed.
Dinosaur friends. Character's done a runner. Size in special
mode.
Yeah, it just jumped off the screen there for a bit. Sorry.
I suppose I put my whole hair back to the screen, just stripped out.
Just went, oh, he's jumped off the screen. Rah! Trying to track face.
Oh my gosh.
I think that's pretty good. Almost 3 hours worth of cheapness.
It's cheap as, bro.
Unbelievably cheap. No cost
Free
at all.
of any contrivance.
No cost at all. No avatars were hurt or harmed in the filming of this live stream.
No, I was impressed that you gave your waifu some semblance of agency.
Yep, she turned up. Oh, she's back again.
Hello.
Hanging out in the background. Yeah,
that looked like I was leering on her, actually. Oh my god.
Kisses for waifu's cheek. I could have made it cuter, but you don't want to make everyone jealous.
There's only
a certain level of cuteness that can be handled sometimes, I think. It's over cute, then it's just like
the hair, the ears, the special, you just know that anyway. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. You're wonderfully attired.
I've just got to find her a nice swimming costume for when we do the
beach thing.
Go on holidays.
The beach episode.
Yeah. I was thinking of using the whole going on holidays thing, like having the airport.
Actually, there's a
virtual overlay airport and go through the whole acting thing of, I hate having to wait in these virtual airports, and then in the virtual plane flight, the virtual hotel, tropical island of nowhere land.
And just keep requesting with prompts, like the experience of the place and so forth.
Creating the whole scenario by the AI experience.
You need some, I think.
It could be the start of the virtual holidays, you know what I mean? Like the whole, someone could take the line of where I'm trying to go with the whole setting up the scenes and that, and turn it into a actual VR simulation where you go on your virtual holiday with your virtual VRML waifu, holiday snaps with your virtual camera, upload live to Facebook and Twitter from your virtual location.
X.
That's it. Xing it out.
I've been listening to a few things like going, what do we call it? We used to call it a tweet. What do you call it now? An X? And I was like, wouldn't you call it a kiss?
Send a little kiss.
Yeah, sending a kiss. It's a kiss. XX.
I don't know. We just didn't go with XO. Box.
So XO. So
my silence is just me making less of myself, of course.
I wonder what is XO really? How did you say it? So I wonder.
Ox.
That's OXOX, not OXO.
It'd be Zo, wouldn't it?
Zo.
A deer.
Pre-made deer. A single one dropping from a cybernetic eye.
Meta, a name we call our place where the rents are very high.
That's true. That is true.
Did you acquire your meta property site? Journeyed forth. So it'll be more appearance. Cyber friend. Almost looks like we're in a spaceship. The SS AI generated spaceship. Mute mode. Hang on.
It does look like a Millennium Falcon.
Does.
The overhead controls, controls on the side, in the back, and stuff. Yeah, I went to just make less of myself as well. I just keep forgetting I don't need to mute really because I'm going to another room and I don't currently have the microphone moving with me.
Yeah.
So that we can get some good, barely passable content.
Yes.
It's incredible how good your $90 mic is. I am fucking
super impressed.
Amazed. Yeah. I got $400 headphones and they're just like nothing. They're rubbish. Rubbish. They're bad.
Sound like the vacuous output from a politician.
Yeah, totally. And it's interesting because I'm not even going to say, I can say the name because it doesn't matter, because if it was AirPods, it would be the same. It would be like, I don't know, they need to be slightly differently crap.
Yeah, sad but true.
You can't capture. I want to actually, I'd love to have, I will, if I wish to, within 2 years, I'd have the money to selectively just choose to purchase a throat mic, like actually a military sort of specification.
Yeah.
Yeah, where you sub-vocalize.
Sub-vocalizing, yeah.
Fucking, that could be fun. Maybe then I have a synthetic voice. I think that my own voice is actually pretty positive. We could do our own
Tibetan Highland throat singing.
I've got sometimes achieved that, hey, like actually been practicing. I don't know, not practicing that necessarily, but being mindful of it at least.
Yeah.
and doing breathing sort
Creation of the
sound,
reverberations.
and you can get it happening. It's a thing. Like I'm not saying that I disbelieved it until I experienced it, but it's rather that it's a cool experience when you do experience it.
It gives you a high.
I know it's
get a high
an
from it.
experience,
Yeah.
mate. Like it's worthy of the one to experience it. I think quite the thing. Yeah, I don't know. I do think that it's one thing I'm trying to work out at the moment is like how to I have to find a natural rhythm to the mix of things that I'm doing so that I have enough time to do them, but it just has to be scheduled at the right time in the day to do that.
The right flow of it. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that there's this period of time between 2:30 and 5:30 where it's like a 3-hour block where it's not worth doing. I think I've learned a lot about how the algorithm works.
Yeah.
And making it happy.
Oh, the right time for delivery to get the best reception. Yeah.
Yeah, to be part of that, to be received.
Because truthfully, the ones I'm getting hits with is the weird ones I'm doing, like the Double Rainbow song and the Easter beating, like strangely named, but somehow musically connected with something that people want to click on. That's where I'm finding the ones that I'm getting hits on. Clickbait, essentially, yeah. But I'm up to 75 subscribers now, so going up significantly from 30
to
20 or whatever it was originally, because I hadn't created much content. So it's good that we're doing these little projects and I'm playing around with the AI and the ERML characters. Been cool. Been enjoying it.
No, I think it is. No, I think it's very interesting.
And I've been watching a lot of other AI content creators as well. One of them is part of the whatever they call the warband of the Manosphere, but he does a lot of modern technology.
Manosphere, fucking joke. What the fuck is a manosphere? Look, I appreciate that there's actually this entire System 180 that's been going on that we won't get into right now.
Yeah.
And that the manosphere needs a voice in its like evolution to it being something a bit more useful than the manosphere, thankfully. But it's fucking funny that it's called the manosphere.
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Continue, please. Sorry.
I know it's good that you're seeing it like that, because for me it's a lot of it's entertainment, like the stories they talk about, and
there
is familiarity between some of their stories and things that have happened to me too. So
it's a real thing, man.
Connection.
It's a real thing.
Yeah.
Of course. Totally.
I don't necessarily believe in all the what they demand, but I think a lot of it it's been through it, been
look, I went down. I was the algorithm
trained early. Let's put it that way. Trained early on how to have the right being able to do everything, to be the daddy mummy, having all the skills to be the daddy mummy.
The daddy mummy.
Or in a woman's concern, the mummy daddy. It's difficult.
Indeed, all of the things.
Both of the positions and roles are just as important as each other, and both have their unique struggles. Right?
Yeah, I mean, there's a variance in experience. There's experientially, they have different struggles.
That's it. The daddy mummy unit, he finds it very difficult to be the loving, sympathetic part of the duality that is a family. So he may not want to kiss the poor boo better. He's more likely to tell you to suck it up in a certain fashion and to be the boo kisser.
Yeah, I studied this and observing people and hearing terms used. I decided on the two words assiduous and deciduous. And deciduous trees, like they have green leaves and they go brown in winter and fall off and then they come back.
Yeah.
And assiduous is the opposite of that. So it's like evergreen. So it's all year round, there's always leaves. And I think that this is, to me at least, is the words I use to describe the type of care and love or attention or all those things. And as the feminine sort of way is assiduous. It's like this consistent sort of thing. And the masculine version of it is deciduous. It's like this. It's the coming and going. It's oh, you fell over. How do you get up?
Yeah.
It's not the you're okay. Do you
the fussing. That? Less of the fussing and more of the go and hurry up.
Yeah. And the tonal quality there in your voice is just so it's awesome. It just says it exactly. It's the fussing and the fussing and hurry up.
That's it.
It's like
Dad doesn't have time to kiss boo-boos better.
No, boo-boos are nothing.
You're gonna have plenty of boo-boos. This is just one of your first.
Have another.
Suck it up.
Uppercuts the child.
You want something to cry about? I can give you something to cry about.
Bam! Yeah, which one's better? Tell me. Rate them.
The boo-boo's better. Yeah, that's right. Less learning in a boo-boo.
That's right. Boo. Yeah. It's a boo that killer Willy.
Scared you that much? It made the Wii come out. The boo.
That's right. Some dark boo-boo going on there.
Makes you happy that you don't have the boo-boos of that young boy next door. He's always having boo-boos. Every time you ask him, he's running to the door, fell down the steps. You like to live next door with the boy next door? No, I only want the boo-boos that I make for myself, not the ones that Dad gives me.
Look, it's getting up in your face there a bit.
You were.
I didn't realize that.
You're almost like the sleeping passenger on the train. You don't want to be rude
Yeah.
about it. They're very tired, so you're going to give them the grace. Let them have the shoulder. Yeah.
That's right. I didn't realize I actually had that much like latitude on the screen.
Yeah, you can move
I do.
when you do, and your character will actually walk around. Like when you walk forward and walk backwards, it walks forward and backwards as well to compensate. So you move right back, it'll want to move all the way back. See what I mean? Like it moves right back in the picture and starts stepping right back in the picture to try and compensate. So yeah, you could be there, but it's like you've walked back in the room, the virtual room.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah.
And then I can come back up to the front. Oh, look,
Back to the cockpit.
I've got dynamic range.
Back to the cockpit.
I've got a range of motion. It's 10 o'clock.
I know. That's a good sesh. A good Cheep.
I think the sound quality would be good too.
Yep. No, it has been the last couple of
Good
times.
now.
I'll send you the full once we're done. You may need to clear out some space in your cloud drive.
I've got 2 terabytes.
Oh, have you? Okay, I'll just keep dumping then.
No,
but we don't have much. We didn't have any music or copyrighted content in this one, so hopefully strikeless.
Yeah, I think so. It should be fine. Surely.
At least you'll be able to cut it up into the clips, like to the various meanderings into madness.
Yeah, so what I do is I take the entire thing and I double speed it and I break it up into topics.
Yeah, and whenever you wander off or you go silent, I've just been trying to fill space with general ramblings.
Yeah, no, I heard that.
Yeah.
That was interesting. And I got after doing the first set of edits, I thought I got a bit worried about space, and then I've realized that it doesn't matter because you just cut it out.
Yeah, cut it out.
So you need to take time to think up a response or whatever. It doesn't matter.
True.
In a way, if it's, and from a conversational perspective, I think that's more honest. Like you might hear someone say something, it's like, what the fuck? You don't have to be immediately witty. You can just look at them blankly and just be like, did you hang on? Because that's how you do talk. It is actually what happens.
Yeah, there is breaks in silence. So
there's a thing about saying every 7 concepts or 7 minutes or whatever, that there's this sort of moral, which I don't know that it's necessarily that regimented, but I am aware of that kind of where everyone in the conversations or all the conversations, various tangents at least, all wrap up at some point.
Yeah.
And then they come to a head and stop and they're resolved in whatever the internal logic of the conversation is. And then you can go, and then a new thing emerges in conversations. You know, I'm just adjusting my leg muscles with a bunch of clicking. That's what's going on.
All right, we might going to stop.
I try and get some sleep. So
I'm going to stop the live.
Try and get some work.
Go. Yes, stunk. All right, it'll take a few minutes for it to go through. Still recording the general banter afterwards. Yeah, that was successful. Do the processing and make sure we've got no copyrighted, and then hopefully that will give you the download tomorrow.
Yep. The leg.
Worked pretty well. I might try the avatar next time we do the chat. I might try that other avatar program, one where I can move me. I've got the beach me now, shirtless M. Beach
the
me.
nipple Sims. Oh, very
beach me version. I've got my whole my trunks on.
Oh, I don't know.
Barefoot. Yeah, full beach mode.
That's a difference.
But I thought no nipples was less offensive.
Oh yeah, totally. You'll get through. Mark Zuckerberg will very approve. Oh, Mark, he'll be like, oh, that's right. Let me imagine the nipples.
It's my full Ken mode.
Yeah, there's the nub.
How could my friend reduce himself to nothing more than a chewy nub?
That's an interesting question raised in the. Yeah.
It's almost like that little nub when we were looking for the kangaroo pouch bucket coin holders.
Yeah.
Nub.
That's where second skin, using the body of your fallen as like a little overage, little condom made of like another person's penis. That's some twisted shit right there. Oh my god. On for a little nutsack. Coins in.
The ball sack backpack. That was pretty funny. A blast from the
past. I think. I mean, I don't know how people would respond to that in like this common public location. They just would just say nothing because that's really everyone's used to. Just I know people being allowed to do whatever they want.
Yeah, extreme backpacking. All right, I'm gonna kill the